All right, good evening, good morning to everybody that's going to see this live. I know I am semi late because I have been resting. I've been resting and sleeping and eating and talking with family members and watching TV. I was watching TV with me and my godfather. We was watching wrestling Survivor Series, and then towards the end of the match, I was knocked out. I was on that recliner having a good time, spending time with family. I really enjoyed it. Spending time with family. Go check out my TikTok. We did a TikTok. We did the cuffage. We did the cuffing challenge. We was doing it. We even though we was off beat, but we did the cuffing challenge. Make sure y'all go follow me over there on Instagram. We did the cuffing challenge, and even though we was we was off beat, but we did it. And I was like, let's do the cuffing challenge. So we did it. We actually did two. So I posted the other one up on my Instagram because my sister, she sent me one and it was blurry. I said, what in the world is going on? But we having a good time in Chicago. I'll be back in Dallas on next week. Y'all forgive me. The smoke detector is still going off. My mama didn't change it. But I didn't even notice that the smoke detector was going off until they told me on station here that the smoke detector was coming out. But I'm definitely going to change it tomorrow. I'm going to see what kind of batteries I'm going to go to Walmart and change that. I should have did it today, but I wasn't really paying attention. But I am up, slept really good. I slept the whole day, and I took my medicine maybe like a day before yesterday, and I was supposed to watch Emmett Till movie with my grandmother, and the movie was watching me. Haven't took the medicine. I just been sleeping. I didn't even have time to take it because I've been knocked out. Sleep. I've been really resting. And so I was checking on my YouTube, and I see that y'all really enjoyed that Thanksgiving video that we put out for Thanksgiving. And we put that, we put that out on, we restreamed it. That video was about 4 years old. The video is like 4 years old. And we put the video out. And a lot of people were saying, oh my gosh, that video was funny. It was lit. We was drinking liquor. It was so entertaining. It was a good video. And everybody was saying, well, you need to drink more. I love that personality. I'm not about to be no drunk. But I played the video. And then also I went and we played that. And then also I'm trying to get my mom on the show. And my sister has been kind of difficult. Everybody working, everybody moving, busting moves and doing stuff. But I'm going to try to get them more, if not for members only, but for YouTube. But I really have been out here in these streets. And when I was out here in these streets, I'm like, what's going on in the YouTube streets? So I was able to check some things out, and we're going to definitely talk about it. And I went and we did the fire pit. We was outside with the fire pit, which was really fun with the fire pit. And we had a good, incredible time outside with the fire pit. It was fun. I had a good time. I can't even tell you the lit of funness that we had. Just summing up, FUN. It was no fights. It was no arguments. We was literally in the kitchen because my grandma was in the living room and she owned too much like rap music or R&B music. If it ain't Shirley Caesar, it ain't the Chicago mass choir. She ain't into it. So I'm just drinking Hennessy. I'm just drinking Hennessy straight with no chaser, just drinking Hennessy. My sister made some drinks, And I was like, where's the drink set? So we had to go back to the liquor store and get some more drinks, some more Hennessy. And we was like literally like turned up. We was in the kitchen, turned up. It was like it was a lot of us in the kitchen. We was just drinking, having fun, having a good time. I was able to see my nieces and nephews. Didn't know all their names, but I'm trying because it's a lot of them. It's like I have like over 20 some nieces and nephews, which is like my brothers and sisters. They had some kids. Okay, my brother, he got 6 kids. My sister, she got 2 kids. My other brother, he got a kid. My other brother got a daughter, and then my other brother, he got like 4 or 5 kids. So it was a lot of kids. And so when we had the whole set in this living room, and we had chicken, macaroni and cheese, dressing, string beans. We had chitlins, even though I don't eat chitlins, ham and turkey. We had 2 hams. We had the regular ham. We had the jerk ham. And we had chicken legs. Once the family went through that, and the macaroni and cheese, the family went through that, it was no more Thanksgiving food. I can just show you like the ham, nothing but bones. They literally went through that Thanksgiving food and ate it all up. So what I had to do, I had to go grab me a pizza or something to eat. It was really, 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 really a lot. I have they say how many brothers? I have 5 brothers and 2 sisters. I have 5 brothers and 2 sisters on my mom's side. On my dad's side, I believe it's 4 brothers, 4 or 5 brothers on my dad's side. But on my mom's side, it's 4 brothers and 2 sisters. Absolutely. It's 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and they have a lot of kids. Only ones that don't have kids is me and my sister Brianna. We the only ones that don't have kids, but the rest of our siblings, they have children. So we working on it. So yes, we finished all our Thanksgiving food already too. Yes, we finished our Thanksgiving. Usually back in the day, Thanksgiving food, you have Thanksgiving food. You have what you get the dessert. You get seconds, and then we have sweet potato pie. You get seconds, you can get third. You could really eat on that Thanksgiving food, but not now because the people came through and they was eating all the Thanksgiving food. It was such a good time. That's when the fun happened in the kitchen, drinking and dancing, slip on the back and smoke a treat. Fun memories, yes. So we was smoking, drinking. It was fun. Like I had a good time, and this was the first Thanksgiving that I spent with my mother in almost 10 years. Almost 10 years, almost a decade, that I have spent time with them on Thanksgiving. The last time wasn't that nice, but this was the best Thanksgiving that we had as a family. And 2 of my brothers, they on the state vacation, so they wasn't able to make it. One is on a county state vacation, the other one's on the state vacation, so they couldn't make it. But we just had a good time. We stepped in as uncles and aunts and everything like that. And it's such an honor and such a privilege. But one thing that I've learned, that fathers is very important in children's lives. I'm going to say that again because I think a lot of times people get it twisted. Like, I want to say this message to the brothers out there. Don't get in trouble and go to jail or to prison, because when you do that and when you have children, your children suffer, your ladies suffer, but especially the children, because that void. And I see some of my nieces, and I see like my nephew, how he's acting up because he missed his father, and his father's not in the house. His father's is in jail. And so don't get caught up in criminal behavior, because understand that your children love you, your children need you. Now, I can understand if you're single, don't commit no crap if you're single, but I can understand if you're single and you go away, it's really not that much damage. But if you have children, your children suffer. You know what I'm saying? Your children, they notice a change. So we as nieces and we as uncles and aunts, we have to pull the weight and step in. So, and I took a pledge and said I'm going to be more active in my nieces and nephews' life, because I knew they need a good mentor. They need a good person in their life. They need someone that's going to be in their life and that is going to be there for them. So I said I'm going to be that person, that uncle, to get involved with my nieces and nephews, to be that mentor to them. And also I seen it's just really, really nice, because I'm really not as close with my nieces and nephews, only about my sister's kids. because when she was born, I pretty much was close with her. With Naya and with Royo, I was really, really close with them. But my brother's kids, I'm really not that close with them, but that could easily change, and so they could definitely be in their life and stuff like that. But we definitely going to have a good time. So let's get into these topics. That was a good introduction. I had to open up with an introduction. Then we got to do this all over again when I do another video. Now, we got to talk about Cash, and we got to talk about Island Boy. Now, I'm not going to spread any rumors, but I heard through the grapevine that they officially have broken up. They're officially broken up. They just don't want to say nothing until after the reunion because they don't want to mess up some potential booking deals that they also have. But it's rumored that that Cash have cheated on Island Boy. It's a rumor, so I don't know how true it is. This is something that was ran across my desk in a DM, and so they made an agreement that they won't make an announcement until after their bookings are done. And so these two are actually on Bobby I Love You Per show. And as you can remember, before we left Dallas, it was Armon Wiggins that reported on this and said that he heard that they have broken up. And as you can see, Cash is a member. Cash B is a member of Bobby I Love You Per. Like most people in here probably have not watched the show, probably has not watched the reunion. But if you have not watched the reunion and you have not watched the show, you definitely need to go see that show because it was fun. And it's called Bobby I Love You Per. It's executive produced by Bobby Lights, Roland Ray, and also Roland Ray, Bobby Lights. And it was somebody else that is Jason Lee. They all is over executive produced that show. I'm acting like I wouldn't know. LOL. To be honest, I never heard of them on the show. But if you have not watched it, let me do a poll because I'm trying to see, do my people really watch that show? If you have watched Bobby I Love You Per, press 1. I'm trying to see who I watched. If you have not watched Bobby I Love You Per, press 2. I'm doing a poll really quickly. Press 2 if you have not watched it. Press 1, you have watched it. Press 1, you watched the show. Press 2, you have not watched it. Press 2, you have not watched it. Let me see. Press 2, you have not watched it. Bobby I Love You Per. Press 1, you have watched it. Oh, wow. Only one person watched the show. Wow. Only one person watched it. Only one person. Damn. So I'm gonna move on. Damn. Most of y'all said, hell no, I didn't even watch it. Only 2 people watched the show. Only 2 people watched it. You don't have to keep pressing 1 a lot of times because it ain't gonna change. There's only 2 people that have watched the show. Wow. Let me move on. I guess y'all weren't interested in that show to see men kissing on each other. Y'all ain't gotta tell me I ain't watched the show. I'm like, my bad. Okay. Let's talk about Kanye West. So apparently Kanye West have went to Mar-a-Lago. Let me see if I can pull up what he actually said on the show on Truth Social, because I'm following Trump on Truth Social. He have not posted something on Twitter yet, but I'm following him on Truth Social. And let me see if I can find out what he said on Truth Social. Okay. On Truth Social, he says, so I help a seriously troubled man who just happened to be black, yay, who has been decimated in the business and virtually everything else, and who has always been good to me by allowing his request for a meeting at the Mar-a-Lago alone so that I can give him very much needed advice. He showed up with 3 people, 2 of which I didn't know. The other one, a political person who I haven't seen in years. I told him, don't run for office, a total waste of time, can't win, fake news, went crazy. And I agree. I think that if Kanye West were to run for president, he won't win. He don't have the infrastructure. He's not really dedicated to playing his vendors. His plan, he doesn't have a plan. He's going to run Republican or he's going to run Democrat. If you run Republican, we already know white folks are not going to vote for Kanye West. They're going to vote for President Donald Trump. He won't win in the primaries. What would be his message? So I don't necessarily see him win. On the Democratic side, I definitely don't see him win at all. But if he were to run He could definitely run, but he's definitely all over the place. He's not taking his medicine. He's all over the place. He's not really paying attention of getting divorced from Kim Kardashian. So I don't necessarily see him winning a presidency if he were to run for office. I don't necessarily see him actually winning, even though I'm a fan of Kanye West music. Let me make this clear, because I know a lot of people out here feel as though that I'm not a fan of his music. I'm a fan of his music. Jesus, walk with me. Yes, I'm a fan of his music. We actually, some of the producers, we came together and we purchased the whatever, I forgot the device. They literally took his music off the device, and that device costed, I think, $200, and they removed his album off that device. I thought he owned that device. He created that. He owned the device, but it was with a company. It just really doesn't make any sense. Then he got the Balenciaga merch, $20 Balenciaga merch. So he's truly off. He's just over a lot of stuff. Yeah, like we had the stem player. They removed his stuff off the stem player. Now, mind you, with the stem player, we purchased the stem player. I'm assuming that we purchased it because he was an owner of the stem player, not knowing he was a subscriber or a black face on the stem player, but he was an owner. So once all of those comments came out that he was anti, you know what, they removed his album off the stem player, okay? Because he made it seem like he owned the stem player. He made it seem like, I'm the owner of the stem player. This is me. I owned it. That's what he looked like, he had owned it. So I'm like, whoa, like what's going on with the stem player? So find out that he did not own it at all. It just really did not make any sense. That's going on with the stem player. So I'm like, what in the world is going on? So we saw that. And so again, if Kanye West run for president, I can guarantee I could do a poll right now. And y'all be honest, if Kanye West run for president, will you vote for him? Press 1. If Kanye West run for president, will you vote for him? Press 1. If Kanye West run for president, would you vote for him? Press 1. Would you not vote for him? Press 2. Would you vote for him? Press 1. Would you not vote for him? Press 2. If Kanye West run for president, will you vote for him? Press 1. Would you not vote for him? Press 2. Okay, if Kanye West run for president, would you vote for him? Press 1. Would you not vote for him? Press 2. I want to see where y'all headspace is at. I'm going to see where y'all headspace is at. Press 2 if you would not vote for him. Press 1, you will vote for him. Okay? All right, somebody said, I'd rather vote for Trump. He got experience. Okay, so there we go with that. So we're done with that. Okay, so y'all know Candy, and y'all know Candy and Ty. I'm a huge fan of Mr. Ty. I feel like he get a bad rep. His mother-in-law, that's Candy's mother, says she wished that that Candy would have dated somebody with a better job. And so Mr. Ty, he came out and he responded. He said, listen, I'm not a man with a job. I'm an owner. And I respect it. I think a lot of people think that Ty is living up on Candy. But no, Ty actually have a career. Todd is in media. He executive produce shows. He's an owner of a restaurant. Todd is not broke. He wasn't broke when he met Candy. Now, do he got Candy type of money? No, but Todd is not broke. So a lot of people was coming at that way at all, and I just don't understand that when the mama is involved in a relationship. And sometimes you got to tell your mom, like, we cool, don't disrespect my husband. You know, that's one thing I have to have with my woman. Her mom cannot disrespect me. If her mom would disrespect me, I'm ordering my wife to put her mom in check, because you're not going to disrespect me, and I'm married, right? I'm the king of the household. I'm the head of the household, so you must respect me, in my humble opinion. So I'm not understanding you being disrespectful to me at all. So you got to be very respectful. I'm going to order around and say, get your mom in check. And if you don't deal with the direct order, I am not going to continue in a relationship. I'm going to divorce you. Okay, and get full custody of the kids and everything like that, because it's you violated a direct order. Again, I'm the king in the relationship. Again, I'm the head of the relationship. And your mother should not be doing interviews to disrespect the king in the relationship. So again, if you come at me in a disrespectful manner, I'm ordering you to get it in together. And if you're not going to do that, then we're going to have to end the relationship. And I'm just going, and if you have a problem with me using the word order, then I'm not the correct person for you to be in a relationship with you. I'm not the correct person to be in a relationship with. I'm old school. I'm a traditionalist. I believe that the man is the head of the room. I believe that the man is supposed to order the woman around. That's what I believe. And if you don't agree with that, if you're the type of woman that say, hey, I don't agree with a man ordering a woman around, that you're not good for me, right? You're not for me. You're good for somebody else that you can order around and tell what to do. So eventually, relationships are like that. Somebody got to have the power and the authority in the relationship. And if you're not willing to have that power and authority in a relationship, then you can't be in a relationship with me. I have to have the power. I'm the man. I'm bringing home the bacon. I'm bringing home that, and I definitely have to have that. So it's not going to be about abuse or anything like that. It's order in a nice, gentle way, not ordering in a progressive or in a aggressive way, but ordering in a nice, gentle way, right? It's not going to be in an abusive way. It's going to be very gentle and be like, hello, my dear, can you please put your mother in check? Something really nice. And she's going to say, as a submissive woman, come on, somebody, I can't be loud because everybody's asleep. As a submissive woman, she have to bow down to that order and do that order, right? And that's the order that she has to do. Now, maybe a lot of women in the chat don't necessarily agree with the order because we're not together, right? I would never order you around because you're not in a relationship with me. But the woman that's in a relationship with me, the blue black chocolate woman that's going to be in a relationship with me, that's the order that will come around. And if you don't agree with that order, you don't necessarily have to be in a relationship with me. So that's what I'm saying. That Brother Todd should have that authority over Candy and give her an order. And if she declined, he should respectfully leave the relationship. Okay? Leave the way, because at the end of the relationship, you are the leader. Okay, you are the leader of the relationship. I'm gonna say it again. In a relationship, as a man, you are the leader of the relationship. You are the leader. Hold on 1 second. I'm just giving you clearness with that. Because I know a lot of people don't understand that, but I'm just giving you real clearness of that. You are the leader when you are in a relationship. You may not agree with that, but you definitely are a leader in a relationship. And I'm going to be definitely agreeing of you. Give me 1 second. I was sharing this live on social media while it's in the middle of the night and we got almost 300 people in the chat. I need y'all to click that like button. Claire we're going to give up a stem cell like she did. Can y'all click that like button? It is literally in the middle of the night. It is 3:54 on the East Coast, 2:54 Central, right, and 12:54 on the West Coast. Can you click that like button? All right, click that like button. All right, click that like button. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go to our another topic here. Hazel E. Y'all know who Hazel E is. She got some problems that are going on with her boyfriend, and I want to definitely read this. And I tried to find a good picture of Hazel E. I don't know if that's a good picture or not, but this is her ex-boyfriend responded to her. Devon Walter responds to Hazel E, accusing him of trying to poison her by allegedly replacing her water with bleach and ammonia. So her ex-boyfriend said, well, let me read what Hazel E, because Hazel E had an allegation that her boyfriend tried to switch her water with bleach and ammonia. And this is what Hazel E said. I want to read it. I woke up trying to process incidents that made me go, A few months ago, my ex replaced my water with bleach and ammonia. I'm in the water bottle I was drinking out of. He said he was making a concentrated for the air and the air diffuser and forgot to tell me not to drink it. Have you ever drank bleach? It hurts real bad. My gag reflex had immediately kicked in, but it was hurt bad for 2 days. It was a lack of compassion he showed as I was hurling my insides out. that made me think he poisoned me. We had just got approved for life insurance too. I don't know. I want to think the accident because it makes me feel better. Then her ex-boyfriend said this, Devon said this. Now I poison you? Well, once again, why didn't you call the cops for anything? Because I never put my hands on you or my daughter or tried to poison you. You were just a airhead. I can't control the stupidity stuff you do, shorty. You're dead a joke. Why? Because we got $1 million life insurance for my daughter. You have no proof I would hurt you. Grow up. You're about to be 43 years old. Grow up and get a life. So she is accusing him of trying to poison him at all. And me personally, the reason why I don't believe this story, not saying I don't believe victims, but if somebody tried to poison you, why didn't you go to police? Why didn't you file charges? Where is the doctor report? Because usually you're going to the doctor and you got to get some assistance, some medical treatment. She didn't show anything like that. She didn't show any doctor's report. She didn't show any pictures. So I just think she's doing this because the man don't want her. He's moving on in his life, and I believe she's doing this to get back at him. And usually what women typically do to get back at a man, what do they say? Either they GAY or they're abusive. Either they come with the GIY rumors and allegations, or they're abusive. One of the two. You can really tell a bitter woman when she used the GAY allegations or the abuser allegation. They use that, right? I really understand it. So I'm not going to victim shame, because if she really was this, he needs to be locked up. But I don't believe it. In my gut, I'm gonna say it again. In my gut, I don't believe it. I'm gonna say it again. In my gut, I don't believe that to be true. In my gut, and I'm being 100% honest with you. In my gut, I don't believe that this have happened, right? And so some women, and I'm not going to generalize and say all women. Let me correct that, because I forgot I have a platform, an audience. Some women, right, that when they get into a relationship and they end this bitter, and if they're in a bitter relationship, they usually some come out with the GAY allegations or the abusive allegations. So I don't necessarily believe it at all. Hazel E, the person that always get boob jobs and face jobs and lips jobs and get all this work done to her body. After all that surgery, she comes out with it, and she still have a spirit of a UGLY spirit. So we definitely are going to see how that's going to play out in the future. But necessarily, I don't believe that she was like that. Okay, I don't believe that she was like that. And if y'all believe that she was drinking some bleach and some ammonia, press 1. If you believe that her boyfriend put bleach and ammonia in her cup, press 1. If you don't believe that her boyfriend put bleach and ammonia in her cup, press 2. Press 1 if you believe that her boyfriend put ammonia and bleach, press 1. If you don't believe that her boyfriend did that, press 2. Press 1 if you believe that. Press 2, you do not believe that. And there's a lot of women in here that do not believe that. I stand on my case. I stand on that, because there's some women in here that do not believe that. That's what I'm saying right there. Do not believe it. A lot of black women do not believe it. So my gut was right. And if I see any other information, I'll be the first one to come out with it. But I do believe my gut was right. Okay, my gut didn't lie. My gut was right. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Shanquilla Robinson, you guys. I'm gonna bring up the picture that we used, justice for her, Shanquilla Robinson. Before we get to that, we're gonna talk about Takeoff for a second, and we're gonna talk about Shanquilla Robinson. Let's talk about Takeoff. So today I had got an email from All About the Tea. Let me see. Do I still have that from All About the Tea? And she was sharing me and letting me know that Lil Kim the fifth, one of the men at the scene of the Takeoff shooting, arrested for felony gun possession for having a weapon the night of the murder. He had been arrested, and they're saying it right here. Lil Kim fifth was one of the men at the scene when Takeoff was shot and deleted. He was now being arrested for illegal possession of a weapon for the night of the S word. Police have not arrested anyone in direct connection to the K word as of now. So we're definitely going to keep an update on it. Me personally, I've said it. Even DJ Academic said it. Why are these famous folks playing dice in the hood? Why not go to Vegas where you have security, where you have your own section and stuff like that? But I have to understand is you have to understand a lot of these rappers still try to be in the streets to show that they're about the street culture instead of them being out of the streets, because they try to say, well, I'm a rapper, I must live up this persona. I don't believe that. I feel like once you rap, you start making money, start hanging around people with money. I said some legal money, right? Hanging around people like the bosses, the CEOs, the tech people, and all of that. It just definitely doesn't make sense at all. But me personally, I don't think that you should be doing that. You, a person that you get involved in crime, and you hang around people like that, and you innocent and you rich. Like, come on now. It's plenty good, wealthy white people that you could be hanging around with. You don't have to be hanging around low-class blacks that, decide to play dice and want to take you out. It's so many high-class whites that you definitely could be hanging around with. Definitely. And so I just don't understand why he would even want to play dice with a group of people that are criminals. Just don't understand that. When you go to Vegas, it's so many casinos around the world that you can go have a good time. You don't have to necessarily be in the hood. I just don't understand that. When you get money, your inner circle is supposed to change. It's not supposed to be the same. Like, once I become a millionaire, you think I'm be hanging around the same people? Now I'll be hanging around my family with security. But I won't be, necessarily, I'm going to say this humbly, I won't be going to the hood and playing dice. No, because I'm rich now and I'm wealthy now. Even now, with me not having the $1 million yet, I still have a mindset of be careful who you hang out with. I still have that mindset to be careful who I hang out with, and I still be having that way that I'm not gonna hang out with everybody. So that's what I understand when it comes to that. So we will see how this is going to play out in the court. So hopefully, Takeoff, the person that got Takeoff, and hopefully he goes to jail and he served a good long sentence. But you got to understand, this is Harris County, one of the weak counties in the nation, and that are definitely being sued by our state. Harris County is run by Democrats, and let me tell you, Harris County got a lot of violence. And I'm not trying to come at Harris County, Houston, or anything like that, but that's a lit piece of Texas. It got a lot of crime in Texas, and so I'm just not understanding that. When I look at Meek Mills, he's a high class blacks, but he hang around with a lot of high class whites. He used to be low class, but now he don't. He hang with the basketball owners, football owners. He take private jets. He's no longer hanging around. I'm gonna say this humbly. He's hanging around with the low class, and I'm just giving my opinion. I know a lot of people are not going to accept my opinion, and I understand that. Don't look at me weird. I know a lot of y'all looking at me weird, talking about why are you talking like this and all this. I understand. I'm not trying to come at y'all, but I'm just giving my reason, and then we will drop the link if you want to come on and give your understanding with it when it comes to stuff like this. Okay, all right. So let's we're gonna go to we're going to go to the next subject here. All right. Let me see where we're doing. Okay. So this Shanquella, a lot of people have been talking about Shanquella all over social media, have been talking about her death. It was a warrant out from one of the women that was fighting her. So the woman that was fighting her have a warrant out for arrest. She have not officially been arrested because we're hearing that she fled the United States to another country. I don't know how true it is. Those were the rumors that I was reading. And we tried to go on the North Carolina beat but the website is down. Okay, it's back up. Okay, it's back up. Because at first it was down earlier. Okay, I definitely want to read that. So y'all can definitely see that. This was on the 23rd of November, and they said the arrest warrant issue in the M word of Charlotte native Shanquila Robinson, Mexico confirms. They got it right here. An arrest warrant has been issued in a murder of 25-year-old Shanquila Robinson, who died in Cabo, Mexico, Saturday, October 29th. A prosecutor said that the friend of Robinson, who was a direct aggressor, is being charged. The case is fully clarified. We even have a court order that the arrest warrant issued a crime for femicide. The victim against the alleged perpetrator and a friend of her who was a direct aggressor. We are carrying out the procedures as an Interpol alert and request the extradition of the United States of America. It's about two Americans, the victim of the victim and the culprit. Shanquella's father, Bernard Robinson, told the North Carolina Beat after learning about the worst issue for his daughter's death. He said he's thankful to God. This is a quote from the father, from Shanquella's father. He said, I am thankful to God. Robinson said, I want all of them arrested and charged in my baby's death, and this is a start. Although it's unclear what person the Mexico authority issued the warrant, North Carolina believe the 26-year-old Dejanay Jackson is listed on the warrant. The truth of the matter is Khalil, Nazar, Malik, Winter, Dejanay, Elisa, all should be locked up right now because they all was there when Robinson was killed and lied she's died from alcohol poisoning. A video obtained by the North Carolina Beast shows Baja California Attorney General hold a brief press conference Wednesday announcing the warrant later be issued to suspect death. Watch the translated video of the press conference. No, I'm not going to play that because it's in Spanish. So as a Wednesday, no arrest has been made in Shanquila Robinson death. So nobody has been arrested. It's just a warrant issue out for her arrest. Like nobody was arrested. Okay. Like nobody was arrested. That was the last update. Nobody was arrested. And so hopefully they find a person and they will arrest them. So I'm definitely praying with it. I'm definitely praying and definitely praying for him. Definitely praying that they find a person that killed her and they be arrested. It's just really, really sad. Okay, so I'm gonna drop the link really quickly. If anybody want to come on, and I'm gonna be back live tomorrow because today is Sunday, it's my last day, so I'm not gonna make any promises. I'm gonna come back live today, so I'm gonna continue to go back live tomorrow. Give me a second. Do y'all have it? Okay, I dropped the link. If anybody want to come on. Because I did see a moderator here. Can y'all like the video? Let me type in the chat. Can y'all like the video? Like the video. Y'all like the video? It's real early today. I know. Like I'm in Chicago, y'all. In Chicago. Oh, and then we got to get to our last subject. I can't forget about this. Okay, we got to talk about Hazel E. We got to talk about Armon Wiggins. So give me a second because I had them in the title. All right, thank you so very much. So Hazel E and Armon Wiggins, finally we have Hazel E to respond. And we was like, where's the response going to come? So I was watching Sherelle's World. Somebody need to type in the chat, Sherelle's World. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Let's see how we doing when it thumbs up the video. Give me a second. As y'all doing good with the thumbs up? Moderators, how we doing with the thumbs up? Do we have any moderators in the house? We need some thumbs up before we get to this last subject here. Let's get to the thumbs up. Get to the thumbs up. All you got to do is click on your phone, click on your TV. Okay? All right. Let us know how you be doing in a thumbs up. Let me check. Okay, I ain't gonna be able to check because I'm on my phone. Okay, let me know how we're doing. Let me see how y'all doing. All right. Okay, 280 of it. Okay, let's talk about this. And y'all thumbs up the video. So today, actually yesterday, I listened to Sherelle's World interview that she did with Hazel E. So Hazel E was like, I'm glad he dragged me because I was talking about him, but I wasn't talking about him only, which was a lie. I didn't know he had on pink panties since somebody showed it to me, which was a lie again. And he was like, why would you talk about me with over 12, 13,000 people and give me all that clout when I got a show coming out that's going to help me? And I woke up the next day and I was verified. I mean, not verified. I woke up the next day and I was trending. And he was talking about all this stuff. And then Sherelle's World was just kissing his butt, just kissing his butt, talking about, you're this, you're so famous, you're such a business owner, and all of this. And then he was talking about, I have this course. Now, mind you, watch people that sell courses, because usually they don't put stuff in that course. We're going to take that course just to give a review. So he's supposed to have this course out, teach people how to do YouTube, teaching people how to have a multi-million-dollar business, teaching people all of this stuff. But usually in the BS, he's not going to tell you that you need that how he got a investor, a rich investor, and all of that to do his business. So he's going to act like he got this from his own bootstraps. He didn't have no investors. He didn't have people invest in his business, but he's going to sell you this bull crap to make it pretend like you was just that way, and is. So if you don't know who Hazel E is, Hazel E is the owner and founder of Hollywood Unlocked. And so he also said he likes Armon. He might sue Armon. And this is the part that I got. He said, I'm going to sue Armon Wiggins because he said that I use Kanye West money to buy labels, so I can sue him for defamation. And then he was like, I don't want to take everything that young man worked for. First of all, your lawsuit ain't gonna go nowhere. Second of all, you're not going to sue Armon Wiggins and he's gonna lose everything. Just because you sue Armon Wiggins, it's not that you're gonna win in that lawsuit. So you can sue that man all day long. That doesn't mean that, Jason, you're gonna win. That's what gets me with people. People come out here and they put out lawsuits that they're going to sue. You got to win. First of all, you got to serve the person. You got to file the person in their jurisdiction. And then you have to win. That doesn't mean just because you sue somebody, you're going to win. So you see the Sherelle's World. So I didn't even know if the man wrote a book. So this lady did all that stuff about Hazel E, got the name of the book. And the name of the book is God has much forgotten about me. Okay, so she didn't even know the name of the book. So obviously she just did the interview because Hazel E super chatted her $500. And we don't know if Sherelle's World's on this payroll or not, but we do know that Diana Jenkins is supposed to sue Sherelle's World for some money. So we don't know if Diana Jenkins is going to do it or not, but we saw on All About the Tea that she may sue Sherelle's World, but she was so thirsty for the Hazel E. And the interview would have been better if she would have asked some tough questions. She didn't ask no tough questions. She asked softball questions. It would have got hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of views if you would have asked Hazel E some tough questions. I'm not going to say the tough question I would ask Hazel E, but it's some very, very tough questions. I would have asked Hazel E, but I feel like she did not ask the very tough questions. In my humble opinion, she did. I'm just being real. She did not ask a tough question. So, again, we want to give her a special shout out for at least interviewing him. So, we did get the part where he's going to sue. And allegedly said he's going to sue Armon. And we can see about that if he's going to sue. Okay? So, let me drop the link in here. All right, let's go backstage. I think I think he's backstage. And it was somebody else that was backstage, but they hung up. So let's go right in there. Who's right? Do you think Hazel E is right? Do you think Armon is wrong? Did he get Conscious TV a shout out talking about Hazel E playing checkers? But this is the thing that Conscious TV needs to understand. I want to say this, and I'm no offense towards Conscious. I'm going to say this. It is no offense towards Conscious TV. I want to say it again, no offense. But I would be offended when Larry Reid went on the show and said, who is your favorite YouTubers? Larry Reid didn't give no answer. But I thought it would have been Conscious because anytime that Larry Reid is in some controversy, Conscious TV is the first one to windmill and stuff like that. So I don't know. Is Larry Reed playing checkers or is Larry Reed playing chess? Because if I'm windmilling for somebody and doing all type of stuff, and they do an interview and they ask Larry Reed, well, who is your Nene Leaks asks him a question. Who is your favorite YouTuber? And he said no, so he don't have no favorite. So I'm hearing that, I'm like, whoa. So we don't know anything about that. I'm just gonna mind my business about that. Okay, I'm just gonna mind my business because if you were saying that Jay Sleep was playing checkers, I mean that Armon was playing checkers and Jay Sleep was playing chess. Armon Wiggins just got a sponsor with Fashion Nova, and he's not the only one that got a Fashion Nova sponsor. The other guy got House of Aaron got a Fashion Nova sponsor. Okay, all right, let's go to backstage. Zayda, you're on.
Hey, Wiley, how's it going?
Doing good.
Listen, this has been an incredible show so far. I am here for the topics. But before we talk about Jason Lee and Armon Wiggins, let's just talk about Island Boy and Go Hard. Now, I've been the person who has been watching the show, of course. I'm invested to the show. I think that when Armon Wiggins calls Go Hard Dusty, he is in a way because literally you're out there spreading yourself through so many people and it's just not what it's given. Now, Wiley, I'm gonna pose a question to you. Do you want a girl with low mileage or high mileage?
Well, I don't want a girl anyway that's into that type of work. That goes for Island Boy as well. Like if you out there doing videos and you doing it on OnlyFans, I'm not into that at all. Because again, you're working. So when are you going to have time to? And then I don't know if I can ever satisfy you because you giving yourself to the world, all type of dudes. So I don't even want to. I don't want a guy at all that do OnlyFans because how can I compete with that? I can't compete with that. And then your body is run through. Look, I've interviewed a porn star, Remy Mars. I interviewed Hot Rod. If you look how those men look now, they look terrible.
Absolutely, Wiley, and I agree with you. And that's the pressure that Island Boy was facing from Armon Wiggins because he's been putting on a pressure campaign. That's the reason why Gohar is not messing with Armon Wiggins. You know, allegedly he coming on his show, but Armon Wiggins says that he wanted him to pay him for an interview. But then Gohar came back and said, well, I got a family, I got nieces, I got nephews, because he did a podcast recently on another girl's show. And so it's just a whole mess. And so I think that Island Boy was done. He's completely done. And so, and also too, that there was a tweet that Gohar said, guess y'all guys called it. Now it could be a PR stunt for us to watch the last show because we know that it is airing tomorrow, Sunday. But I do believe that they are broken up, and I'm happy that Island Boy is moving on because he can find someone a little bit better than him. Now,
Absolutely. And from what I'm understanding is they have bookings together. So I'm guessing they don't want to mess up potential deals and all of that type of stuff. But I want to make it clear. I think that Cash is an attractive guy. I don't necessarily believe that he's dusty. I think a lot of guys that do OnlyFans
while he does,
typically
he just
they
admit
get
he does, Steve.
I don't understand. I'm not gonna say that, but I would just say I knew that relationship wasn't going to work because they're both doing the same thing, and jealousy and envy gets involved. Like if you go back to Rico Pure, look how many relationships that young man have been in, and every time he's been in a relationship, the boyfriend typically use him for OnlyFans content, and once they use him up, they throw him away. So I think when it comes to Cash, he's going to be in that same predicament. He's going to be in a relationship and not going to last long because typically when you do OnlyFans, somebody's going to get jealous. Somebody's going to be like, you shouldn't be with him and all of that. And that wears until the relationship. And I think Armand was a leading force in that by calling Cash dusty, by calling
Yes,
Cash
I agree.
that he shouldn't be with Cash. So that does play a part when people like Armand with that massive platform say those type of things. Because Island Boy been on Armand platform one time and then charge
Yes, he
Armand,
was.
and Cash said, "Listen, you got to pay me $500."
I mean, yes, and I agree with you, Wiley. There is a point where you can ask for money. I guess you don't ask for money. I'm gonna say this. I'm moving on to the next topic. Allegedly, Island Boy and Go Hard is going to be in Miami next month, and they're allegedly going to be putting hands on Bobby. So if Bobby's out and about, they're probably gonna like get him apparently. But that's just alleged news that they're planning on
I
their
know,
next.
but that ain't gonna never happen because you already announced. If they really was gonna do that to Bobby, they would have never announced it. Because once you announce something, that person not gonna show up, or that person you in a city, so you don't know who they connected with. I would never pre-announce who I'm going to hit
Absolutely.
or be up. That's something you keep secret. Because if you make an announcement, say, "Wow, when I see you in Atlanta, it's going down." You may not see me in Atlanta because I can make moves and say, "Okay, I'm not gonna go here," or "I'm not gonna go at all." So I think they just made that just to go viral, just to get clicks and views, just to get Instagram followers. Because when you look at it, Cash don't have as many Instagram followers as Island Boy. See, Island Boy was smart. He didn't mess up his platform. He made sure to keep it clean. He don't do a lot.
Bobby already took down one of his pages, Wiley. Technically, he had to start over again because apparently Bobby took down one of his pages.
You talking about Cash, right? Not Island Boy.
Both, allegedly.
Oh, because I think Island Boy still have his original page up because he got over 100,000 followers.
Yeah, and Bobby's also gonna buy the
I know he said he's gonna buy the trademark.
Absolutely.
But you know that ain't gonna really be worth because what are you gonna do with it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
what it is.
Because Island Boy, because he could just change to something else and people will follow it. Because it ain't like that he's been using Island Boy for decades. That was just something new. But Island Boy can always switch it up and be something else. But he don't have the trademark yet. He is in a process. So Island Boy can challenge it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't pre-announce something about, "I'm buying your trademark." Like Hazel E, he announced that he bought the trademark, but it was in process. So that would have gave, and she never did it, but that would have gave Kaya enough time to challenge it, but she never challenged it. So I guess that gag order is Hazel E trademark now. But when he first announced it, it was just in process. So she had time to challenge it.
Absolutely, I agree. Well, I'm gonna move on to the next topic with Kanye going to the Trump's house. Now, first of all, the fact that Kanye is announcing his presidency for 2024, it just gives me laughable again. He's allegedly running against 2024 campaign. He went to Trump's house at Mar-a-Lago and apparently had a dinner with an alleged supremacist there. Now, this is the thing, right? Kanye wants our vote for him in 2024. Now, if it had to come down between Trump and Kanye, I'm definitely kind of leaning more on the Trump side. But I want to say that if he wanted to be smart about it, apparently the question that was posed was, he asked Donald Trump, "Do you want to be my vice president?" And Donald Trump laughed at him. Apparently, it was like, this is like comical. Basically told him, "Let's feed them some chicken and macaroni and cheese and give them some dessert and send them on their way, and then let them leave the residence." Now, if Kanye was smart, what he should have done, he should have told Trump, "I want to be your vice president." That way he's on the same ticket with him. That way he has a more possible chance of being a president, even a VP, if he's on the same ticket as Trump. But running against Trump is not a very smart move that I have to agree with. That way, even if we had to vote for Trump or someone else, if Trump would have won, you would have still been on the ticket because you would have been VP, so you would have already been winning. And then maybe in 4 years' time, you might want to run for president and be the president of the United States of America. Now, if you ask me, that he should have ran with it, with that, being smart like that. I also wanted to talk about Todd and Candy. Now, listen.
Well, let me say this about Kanye. I don't necessarily believe that Kanye West will be good on the ticket because he's so controversial, and Trump is controversial. So, in order to balance it out, you have to give somebody like a Mike Pence, because Mike Pence wasn't controversial. But having two controversial people on a ticket, that's literally dessert, and Bell's going to run the Democratic Party.
There'll be a better chance of him winning.
It would be a better chance, but it would never happen. He's extremely controversial. He's extremely unstable because you don't know where he's going to go, and you already have Trump, ain't that stable himself. And having that, I don't necessarily believe. I think who Trump going to pick? He's going to pick a Republican that is not controversial. That, you know, something like a Mike Pence, someone calm, cool, something with the evangelicals can get get behind, that's going to be the pick. And Kanye West won't be that pick at all. Like he's just unstable. And Kanye West, one day he'll run for president, the next day he want to sell some shirts for $20. Like he don't know what he want to do in his life, and to put him on a ticket for president would be a disaster for Trump. That's when Trump will definitely lose again because he picked Trump. Just like when John McCain picked Stacey, who was that? When John McCain picked I forgot the lady's name. His VP chat of running mate. She was up there talking about I can see Russia in my backyard or something. She said, like she didn't make any sense. I forgot her name, but she just didn't make any sense, and that hurt
Sarah Palin.
Yeah, Sarah Palin. That hurt John McCain's chances when he picked Sarah Palin. That hurt his chances because she didn't know what she was talking about, and then when they started questioning, it hurt his chances. And so I think with Trump, he's going to have to get a candidate, a good vice president that know about policy that will make Trump look good. I think Kanye West is not the type of person.
Well, Wiley, go ahead and call a spade and tell Kanye West that he will never be president of the United States of America.
No, he wouldn't. But if Kanye West was serious and he had a good infrastructure, I don't know, because a lot of people said Trump would never be president, and he won. So I think that if Kanye West was serious, which I highly doubt he's serious, if he was raising money and he was having his infrastructure, he was opening up offices around Iowa and all these other cities, I feel like, well, maybe he might have a chance, but he ain't doing none of that. I just think I think Kanye just like the idea of announcing for media attention, but he's not going to really put in the work.
Well, Wiley, you heard that Kanye West did actually hire a project manager of, I guess, of the campaigns, apparently hire a campaign manager, like of the highest one. So he could be serious about running for the president of the United States of America. I'm just saying that it's not going to happen. Let's talk about Hazel E real fast. We all knew that this marriage was going to fail. If you guys have watched Marriage Boot Camp, they were actually on the Marriage Boot Camp, and I felt as though Hazel E forced Devon to give her the ring in the end, because it's like saying like, oh, you with me, you with money. If you're not gonna be with me, you're gonna be broken, busty. And so that's the reason why she's allegedly come out and saying, oh, he made me drink bleach. Now, what makes me not believe it is because a man of that sort is going to get a cleaning product, which you probably know he's not cleaning the house, put it in a bottle just to sit next to you, just so you could drink it. Now, if you got common sense, before you just swallowing water, you're going to at least taste it for a little bit. If you even smell the fumes coming out of the bottle in any way, form, or fashion, or it don't look like water, I don't understand why you're putting it to your mouth and you're drinking it, and then why is it in a bottle itself if you're not clean? I don't know. It's strange. It just gives me strange. And this is the thing: when they were on Marriage Boot Camp, they're literally fighting with other marriage people instead of fighting for their marriage. That's how I knew that this marriage was not going to work. That's how I knew this marriage was going to fail. And the thing is, she's with a light-skinned boy, so they have more complex of saying, oh, I'm gonna get you. They're gonna fight till the very, very, very end. And it wouldn't surprise me if they got a life insurance policy out on Hazel E, because guess what? She's having all these surgeries on her body. Something could happen where she could be gone. And guess what? He needs the money to take care of the daughter. And guess what? He doesn't have the brand to do that. So why not have the life savings backing to put on Hazel E, just in case if she may die on one of these tables. So I'm not mad at Devon for that particular case, because I feel like if you're in a marriage, you guys both should have life insurance policies. That only makes sense. I'm sorry. I also want to talk about the Shanquilla update. Now, the girl that allegedly put her hands on Shanquilla, listen, I'm gonna give you some advice. There's no way that you can stay in North America and not be arrested. They will be looking for you. You think that U.S. didn't pressure Mexico and say, hey, listen, we want you guys to put this arrest warrant out for this lady. If you guys don't do this, we're going to close the border down. You're not sending your family over. We're not sending no coins, no rice, no beans. We ain't sending no hurricane money, because you know the global warming is catching up, and it's going to right over there. Do you think they didn't pressure Mexico and say, we need this arrest warrant? And then if the FBI can do something in America, because technically she's in America now, and say, oh, let's look for her, let's find her, because apparently they all cut off all their social medias, all their phone numbers is not working no more, and so she thinking that she's gonna get away. Now, if I was her, I would probably hook it to Canada, and probably go to Canada, because that's probably the next best, how you're gonna feel like America. But really, Canada is in North America, so I gotta tell you, go back to the motherland. Go back to the motherland and blend in, because guess what? They are coming to get you, and I do not feel bad. What you guys did to this woman is disgusting. Putting your hands on this woman and beating her for no reason or for some reason, and leaving her there, telling her mom that she died from alcohol poisoning. Are you kidding me? And the young man went to her mom's house 2 days after, and now there's the story is coming out true that he's no longer been there anymore. You have literally fake people around you. That's the reason why Beyonce say on her Friends Carter album, she says, my friends as goals and y'all friends as foes. That's the reason why Beyonce put that line in the song, because that's what happened here, Wiley. She thought that they were her friends. They're not her friends. How they're treating her. How's your best friend sit behind a camera and let you get big down, and then they allegedly spend your money on your credit card in Mexico or wherever the case may be, and leave you there for dead? Who does that, Wiley? And now she's running away. The best thing you can do, other girl, is go to Africa, go back to the motherland, banging on pots and pans like Tasha K, and say, I'm in Africa, because guess what? They're coming to get you. Now, moving on, Wiley, my last thing is Jason Lee and Armon Wiggins, the main title. Listen, the fact is, Jason Lee's allegedly suing Armon Wiggins is comical in the way. Because if you guys don't know, Jason Lee's already said that he's planning to sue some YouTubers. And while I have to disagree with you when I say that, even though he was talking about Armon Wiggins mainly, he was talking about a lot of YouTubers. Because not only does he have to worry about Armon putting out bad content about him, he has to worry about Zaydan putting out bad content about him, and every other YouTuber out here talking smack about him. And so he had a long variety of people that he was talking about, because Jason Lee has a list of a lot of people that don't like him, and now I'm on the list because I used to be on his show. But I have to say that, you know, until I see the paper in Los Angeles County at the courthouse being issued to Armon Wiggins, I don't believe it. Now, Wiley, Jason Lee has put out these courses, right? He has these courses where he's saying, hey, come to the course. It's like $1,300. It's a 60% off sale right now. So you can get it for either, here's two options: one lump sum of $997 or two payments of $500. And I'm thinking to myself, dang, either I have to pay half my rent or two of my car payments, or
how much you said the course was again?
The course was like $2,500, something like that. He gave a discount to where it's only $1,000. So basically, it says you'll get a full payment of $1,000, or you can do two payments of $500 on the website, is what it says. So, and it's like, dang, you still thinking of a mind of a rich man, like, oh, I need to make this money. And he got 398 spots left. So if you do the math, 102 times the $1,000 that he allegedly had, if you do the calculation, it's not that much. But and then also too, Wiley, this is the thing though with Jason Lee. Jason Lee wants to sit here and say that, oh, Armon Wiggins been talking smack about me. Oh, he's been doing this, he's been doing that. But yet, when y'all were friends and he was cool and he was hooking you up and he was fixing your computer and building up your system, it was all good in the hood. But now that Armon's doing his own thing now and decided to break away from you, now he's all bad. And so I think that it's completely sad. Until I see the paperwork, I don't believe that Jason Lee will sue Armon Wiggins, because he got so many lawsuits going on right now. Jason Lee does not need an extra lawsuit on top of the other lawsuits that he has going on, because you know he has a lawsuit right now against Mother Tay, and that's allegedly still going on with Ego. So moving on, and then I think that's all I got to say, Wiley. That's it.
Yeah, like for me, I don't think there's nothing wrong with selling a course, but my thing is this: I don't think that course you're gonna learn how to become a Jason Lee to get money on it. I think it's gonna be a bunch of bull crap. in my humble opinion. So,
Okay,
but
Wally,
I can't.
How about this? I'll give you a bet. If you pay for the course for $1,000 and you get it and you don't like it, I will pay half $500. Just send me the login information, and I'm gonna look at it myself too. I'll pay half of the course because right now I'm not gonna pay Jason Lee $1,000 for a course that I'm using. Now, if you want to make it more affordable, what I think he should have done was have that $1,000 spread across 12 months. Drop 2 courses each month. That's $85 a month on the course. You're more likely to get my credit card information with that kind of deal versus me paying a lump sum of $1,000 or 2 payments of $500 at a 6% discount on Black Friday. So make that make sense to me. Yeah, 102 people sign up for your course times $1,000. He's probably made $102,000. That's the math, Wiley, that he's alleged.
And then I think a lot of, and unfortunately, I'm not shocked. There's going to be more people because number one, Jason Lee is successful on Instagram. According to Jason, he made $80,000 to $90,000 on his website. So, of course, he take pictures with celebrities. So, calculate all that in to the average person that do want to be like Jason Lee, that do want to make money online. They're going to pay it. You know what I'm saying? And Jason's going to walk away with $100,000. Now, whether you get the knowledge, that's another thing. And I don't know if the people are going to get that knowledge. Because one person I can trust doing a course is Tasha K, if it was considered with YouTube, because she actually has students that work for her and they're making good money. Storm is one, Armon is another. Even though he claimed he wasn't a student, he learned so much from her and he became successful. So I would pay like the max for Tasha K course, $500, because I know she have people worked with her and they're doing incredible work. I would love for Chelsea to teach a course because she's really good at getting advertising dollars because she gets all of the advertising dollars for Tasha K. I don't know about now because Tasha brand is a little tarnished, but before this Cardi B lawsuit, Chelsea was getting a lot of branding deals for Tasha K.
And Wiley, I do have to say that I do agree with you. I will probably pay for the course because I do have a following and I was on Disney's show. But what I'm saying is he won't get my money until that income tax check rolled around for this $1,000 lump sum that he got, or these 2 payments of $500. That's what I'm saying. So I do want to get the course myself and kind of learn from it, I guess, and see what it's offering. But I think that it could be a little bit more affordable for the regular American working people. And maybe do like a network and they pay the monthly subscription to the service or whatever, and probably only give like 1 or 2 courses each month or whatever, because it's gonna take a while to learn that. Just because you drop a course online and you get a certificate at the end don't mean you learned the whole course when you should have learned the whole course. You got to put that into real life, into situations and real life scenarios. And so just because you get a course, you're not going to overnight be a millionaire. Okay, we all got monetization on social media, including Zaydon. So, but I'm not making millions and millions of dollars yet. So at the end of the day, the course will be good, and I am going to get the course, but he gonna have to wait till that income tax check roll around.
And for me, I think like you said, like $100 a month, and you take a course per month, and just to see. But we shall see. I'm going to be emailing to folks actually, are you going to take the course? Are you going to take the course? And so review it. I would love for people to take his course and review it to see, is it actually worth it?
Absolutely. Well, I agree with you. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm looking at it. But thank you so very much for hitting the link and coming on.
Enjoy your night, Wiley. Good show.
Thank you. Good. Thank you so very much. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. Once people take the course, I'm looking to see what was going to be their response on that particular course. I'm going to see from the people. I'm not going to pay it because I'm like, what more can you teach me? Are you really going to teach me how to get investors and how to finesse and get some investors like you did? But I don't think Jason Lee should tell his people that he got it from his own bootstraps when he actually got a sponsor. I don't know how he got it. He got a sponsor to do his show. So thank y'all so very much. Thank y'all so very much for that. I'm gonna go at 3:40 in the morning. We talked about everything. If anybody else wanted to say something, I will drop the link for you all to say something. Thank you. I want to give a special shout out to the producers and also the moderators for coming through. This has been a lovely, lovely, lovely day. Like I said, all yesterday I just slept. I watched a movie, everything like that. So now I'm gonna watch me a movie, and I may go back live for Sunday. I'm not 100% sure. Spending time with family, and I'm excited to spend time with family. Okay, I slept really well. I slept all day. I slept really well, and definitely that great. So I brought a couple of books with me. I'm almost done with the. I got this book, Michelle Obama. If y'all can see it, The Light We Carried. I'm reading that. Reading another book here. So I always bring books with me when I'm having time downtime. I really had it in my downtime with my nieces and nephews. Is my nieces and nephews, spending time with them. So I've been definitely busy, and I really, really love it. My mom said, "When y'all will have kids?" I'm gonna have kids soon, and let me tell y'all why I didn't see Chicago back. So, Chicago Bay, she's busy. She's like not busy, but she have her daughter. So today, she want to hang out with, and I was like, we need some adult time, and it's kind of difficult. This is why it's really, 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 really difficult because her baby daddy, which is the one that babysit her grandma, which her mother, she too busy getting her life in. She don't want to babysit. So I'm like, damn. So we gotta have, I guess, another. She have her daughter. I have my niece, and we going out somewhere. And I didn't know how to do my niece hair, so Chicago Bay had text me. Let me see, what did she text me? She had text me, and let me see. She texted me. Let me see. Let me get the text. She texted me and she said, "You're not ready for kids anytime soon." And I said, "Yes, I am ready for kids." "You're not. Why you say that?" "Hair." "No, I'm not good at doing hair." And I'll have to tell her, just because you don't know how to do a girl's hair does not mean that you're not ready for kids. Okay. I don't even know how to do my residence hair and put it in a ponytail. I'm just not good at doing hair. I'm just not good doing hair. Give us what else. Okay. Doing hair. All right. So she was like, "Oh, you doing hair?" I'm like, "I'm just not good at doing hair." Because she wanted to see me today, but my niece, her hair wasn't done. And so I wasn't going to bring her out like that because, they said Chicago Bay not ready today. Okay, she got too much. She got too much time on her hand. She is already. If you got a chance to interview Scammer Lee, I don't know if he's a scammer, Jason Lee. I'm not going to say what I'm going to ask him on there. Because if I say what I'm going to ask him on there, somebody going to take my ideas. So I'm going to keep that private. I'm not going to name and see what I'm going to say something about Jason Lee. I'm not going to announce that. My dad had me looking crazy going to school, but he tried. That's all that matters. Okay. So I don't know how to do hair. So we definitely hang out tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure that we're going to do something tomorrow. I'm wanting some adult time. But I can take my niece out with that if she's up to it. That if she up to it. I love Wiley Show. Thank you. Thank you. So we got some other shows that we're going to be doing next week. We getting ready for a new year. I also want to say I got to check the P.O. box. We didn't get a chance to check it, but I will be checking it next week. So if y'all send some items, I know a couple people have sent some items. Claim they sent some items for my birthday. So if they did, we would do an unboxing on that particular day. But I appreciate that. Thank y'all so very much. We've been on this show for about an hour and 13 minutes. Make sure y'all catch the replay, and we will see y'all soon. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Thank y'all. Somebody said there's not much adult time when you have kids and you're trying to date. That's what I'm saying. See, I'm gonna have to get her off the list and date somebody without no kids. You know what I'm saying? That's free, to go out. She's not free to go out. She's always busy. So I'm gonna have to date somebody that don't have the kids. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be wrong by that. She's a nice girl, but she got kids. So also too, yeah, really, really good at that. She got kids. Gotta get another date. If you want to be on the text list, let me put it on the screen here. If you want to be on the text list, you text Wiley, Wiley, to 888-534-4939. Text Wiley, Wiley, to 888-534-4939. Okay. Are you doing an after show on Station? Probably not gonna do an after show on Station. I'm about to go and watch me a movie, but I will be doing a Station show later on today. It's hashtag Team No Kids. Good luck trying to date someone without kids in their 30s. It's hard. True. That is so true. Good point with that. I'm sure a lot of folks in their 30s got kids. That is so true. That is so true. But I'm gonna see if it's gonna work. I will keep y'all updated on that, and I'll see if it'll work. If it doesn't, I understand. We moving on. Then I mean, they don't even have the. Somebody said I'm in my 30s with no kids. They said which movie you're gonna watch. I may watch Woman King. That's what I may watch. I may watch Woman King. Let me see. That's what I may watch. I may watch Woman King. So thank y'all so very much. Bye, y'all. I'll sit up in your face. And by the way, I really want to meet you, but I have kids, but don't count because they live. I'll talk last them. Thanks. Have a good day. I'm about to go to sleep myself for a few hours. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so very much. I'll keep you updated. If you want to contribute to the show, cash app $ Marquise Wiley 28. We are planning more trips. We're going to be doing Vegas next year. We will let y'all know about Vegas. That information I will be next year. If it be the Lord's will, I got to start saying that because my grandmother instilled that in me. If it be the Lord's will, we're planning on doing New York. We're planning on doing Vegas. We're planning on doing yes, and then we plan on doing a meet and greet for Dallas. So it's all about me planning it and stuff like that. So we will see y'all later. Thank y'all so very much. See y'all in the next video. Peace.